Hello, lovelies. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to share with you an update to my journaling and planning system. As you all know, I started the year with the Hobonichi cousin, and after a month, I completely ditched my planner and system that worked so well for me due to the new Sans and paper. I knew there was going to be a paper change this year, but I truly did not expect the paper change to be such a deal breaker to me. I honestly regret spending so much money on the full year of that system and even buying a new cover. At least I can use the cover for any A5 notebook, so it's not a total loss, but still, with that being said, I was rummaging through my notebook stash to set up my TNs for July, and I saw the second half of the Avec and decided for July that I wanted to give the Hobonichi one last chance. I've been enjoying the Traveler's Notebook system, but I still felt like there was something missing. But that's what led me to try Hobonichi again and to do a light setup of this Hobonichi Avec. I didn't film a setup or anything, and honestly, I'm happy I didn't because I only lasted 2 weeks in here. I originally set this up to keep track of some health issues, and I was going to use the index to highlight any off days and just elaborate on my symptoms on the daily pages. The calendar would be used for bills and appointments, and the weeklies I plan to use as I always did, which was to document what I did during the week. Now, for the daily pages, I started to use this side as a checklist slash Bible reading reflection, and the right side I used for my health status, and this bottom portion as a little journal. I found one fountain pen ink that worked really well in here, but honestly, I just couldn't get along with the paper. It is just too grippy and it made my super smooth nib feel almost like too toothy for comfort, and it wasn't a nice experience. These are the only two pages that are filled that actually look kind of cute. The rest of them are just half filled. So I guess I can officially say that I'm done with Hobonichi for now. I'm hoping in the future their Sans and paper will improve. I already know that I don't love the Sans and paper. I did have the Habino last year, and honestly, that paper was the worst Sans and version I've ever tried. And I'm wondering if it's just inconsistencies with Sans and paper, or maybe they're still in the process of perfecting their paper and the earlier versions just kind of suck because a friend of mine actually sent me her abandoned Sterling ink planners, and I found that the Sterling ink Sans and paper is so much smoother and nicer to write with than Hobonichi's. I'm still testing it out though, and we'll update you later on this year, but perhaps Sterling ink will be my pick for next year. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so moving on to what I'm actually using, and that is my traveler's notebooks. As I mentioned before, I'm currently testing the Sterling Ink planner, and I like how this planner has goal breakdowns and even has a quarterly goal section to really keep you on track of your goals. I definitely need something like this in my life. I am horrible at planning, so I feel like this will be fun to fill out and actually stick to. So basically, I am using this as I was for the Hobonichi. I'm not going to show you the insides because it's kind of personal since it is health related, but it's been really nice, and I've been loving all the space and how subtle all the dates and lines are. I've been lightly decorating every month and it's been so fun. Everything just looks so clean and peaceful, and I love that I can decorate this notebook however way I want. I've been liking it so far, and I love how it's an entire year that fits perfectly inside a traveler's notebook. For me, the A5 Slim is like my Goldilocks size for a journal. Moving on to my main squeeze, I still have everything in this olive TN. I've been liking the fuzzy texture and the patina. Part of me wants to send this off to Baumkuchen and have it personalized, but then again, I don't have any TNs that's not fully in its original state. So I'm not sure yet. We'll see. However, I did change the inside a little bit. So the first thing you'll see is my little folder insert where I like to keep stickers and ephemera that I collect from the streets. And if I were to archive only one insert, it would have to be this GU monthly, as it has a snapshot of my entire year. It has my faith goals, my reading plan, bits and pieces of my day, our document on the monthlies, and I've also been keeping track of my God moments in here. I've talked about it before, but every day there's always something that God shows us, that He is with us and hearing our prayers, and I love keeping track of that. And in the back, I have my collections, such as books, movies, and shows, and I also have spreads of special days. This next insert is a Traveler's Company Vertical Weekly, and I love the color of this insert. It's such a beautiful burnt orange, so ready for the autumn season. So this insert has replaced my prayer journal. I've been having a little spiritual journey while I've been on my social media break, and perhaps I'll make a video on that. I'll have to pray about it. But I have been praying more traditionally, and because of that, I haven't used my prayer journal as much as I used to. And I've been needing a place to keep track of my day-to-day. I didn't realize how much I depended on Hobonichi's weekly section, and I really missed having it. So I decided to replace my prayer journal with the second half of the Traveler's Vertical. And what I've been doing is writing down my weekly scripture in the notes section below and just reading through it every morning. And I've been using this lower portion for prayer bullet points. Up here, I have my most important to-dos of the day, and down here, I just keep track of my daily tasks just to keep myself organized. And I'll also add little health notes in here too, since I do take this with me everywhere. And back here is my old B-sides and rarities pouch that I use as a wallet. I get asked all the time if this is a sticker, but it's just an iron-on patch from Etsy. And this GU weekly insert is my memory keeper. This holds an entire year and it's undated with a barely noticeable dot grid and lines. And you can use this for anything. Both of the GUs are cream original Tomore River paper, so they feel so good and have been a joy to use. I've been filling this insert with tons of photos and pretty much using it as a diary. Since my natural handwriting is super tiny, I can fit a lot in these spaces. But yeah, I've been happy with my traveler's notebooks. And the thing I love most about traveler's notebooks is that you can truly customize this notebook to be absolutely anything you want it to be. If I want to long form journal, I could easily add a plain insert into this cover. Right now it's kind of chunky, but it is still light and portable. And honestly, a fourth insert will fit in here comfortably because of my little hack that I like to use to keep the inserts nice and flush to the back. If you haven't seen my video on how I do this, I'll add that down in the description. It's perfect if you're tired of your notebooks just flopping all over the place. But yeah, here is my updated mid-year Techo Kaigi. I know I'm a month late, but I wanted to give the Hobonichi one last try and see if I truly felt the same as I did earlier this year. I also wanted to have a solid system before sharing what I'll be using and not have to create another update video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you're using for the second half of the year, and if you are using a sterling ink planner, specifically with fountain pens, let me know your experiences with the paper and the system too. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below and subscribe if you aren't already, as it helps support this channel and more importantly lets me know what content you would like to see next. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.